Hello dear viewers, welcome to exercise 6 of the Microsoft Office Word. The question says that the school administration of Kiongodha High School intends to invite parents to attend a prize giving day for their best performed students. So we are requested to open a word processing program and we create the student data as it appears in the table below and we save it as data source in the next exam folder. So you first create the table and you can see that from our data here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 columns and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We also have 5 rows. So we have 5 columns and 5 rows. So you just need to open the Microsoft Office Word. So after you open it, you simply click on insert, you click on table, then you choose insert table. So the number of columns are 5 and the number of rows are 5 also, and you press OK. Then you can be able to fill in that data which is provided in the information that we have. So we need to write all this. So that is how you just insert the table. Then you can be able to fill that data. So personally I've already done that, so I'll just close that. Then I'll open my data source. So here it is. So after you create the tables, you just key in that data and you will be able to come up with a table like this whereby you fill such data. So after that you just close your data source after filling it. Next, we are requested to open a word processing program and type in the letter as it appears. We save it as invitation in the next exam. So you need to come up with something like this. So you just open the word processing program, then you key in all this data. After you do that, you will be able to save your work as invitation. So I'll go back to my folder. I've already typed in that data, so I just open my invitation. So suppose you're not written, you just open it, then you type all that information. So before you do the formatting, you need to realize one thing. After you're done with typing, before you start working on any format, you must save your work. And when saving your work, you ensure that you click on the file, then you click on Save As. Now when saving your work, under the Save As type, you make sure that you choose the rich text format. You make sure that you choose the rich text format, then you click Save. So by doing so, it will enable you to do most of the formatting. For instance, we have this ending here, the Kiongodha High School. So all you need to do is you just select this information, all of it. You make sure that there is no spacing. So exactly up to letter A. You only select from Kiongodha up to Kiongodha. No spacing should be there. So after that you can click on insert. Then you go to the word art and you can be able to choose this one here. So you click it. So from the data that we have here, you can realize that we don't have the Kiongodha, that should be down here. So you can simply highlight this Kiongodha. You click copy. Then you right click down here and you click on paste. You can highlight all that data and you can be able to reduce the size and use around size 24. Then you press OK. So after that you can come at the corner here, then you expand that specific heading, you expand it. So after that you can be able to select all the information. So I can highlight from here going upwards. So after selecting, what I want us to apply is the border. You can see that we have an outside border here, the box. Therefore I just go to back to my work. After selecting, you come to the paragraph under the borders. So you click the arrow, then you choose outside borders and you can be able to realize or to see that we have our data we have the outside border, we have applied it to this information that we have just written. So after that, you can just click File, then you click Save. So that is it. We have saved it as invitation, and don't forget that early on we had created the data source that we should use to merge this particular letter with the data source. So we will go to the next question, which says you merge the invitation with the data source, and we save it as merged letter in the next exam folder. Merge the invitation with the data source. So what you need to do is we go to the mailings. After you click mailings, you click on Start Mail Merge, then you choose letters. After that, you click on Select Recipients, then you say Use Existing List. We are using existing list because we have already created that particular list that we want to use to merge with our letter. Therefore, I'll go to the folder where I've saved my work. So I open the Dante Computer Solutions, then I can open the Word, then I'll be able to double click the data source because we should merge the invitation with the data source. Therefore, I double click the data source. So after double clicking, so remember we have gone to Start Mail Merge, we went to Letters, then we went to Select Recipients, we use Existing List. Then when you go there, you go to your folder and you double click that particular file that you want to use when merging, or that particular list that you have prepared. Therefore, after that, we highlight all these values one after another, the ones with the less than up to greater than. So the first one is the parent's name. So after you highlight it, you click on the Insert Merge field, then whatever you highlight here, you replace it. Therefore, I'll click parent's name. After that, I'll highlight the telephone. You make sure that you don't space, for example, you don't highlight like this. Instead, you only highlight the telephone alone. So you should make sure that there is no spacing. So after you highlight that, you go to the Insert Merge field, then you choose telephone. After that, we proceed to the next one, whereby I highlight the student's name. Then I go to the Insert Merge field and I choose student name. After that, I select the admission number. I go to the Insert Merge field, I replace it. Then after that, I go to the student's grade. You highlight it and you make sure you don't select the full stop. So you only select the area that you want to replace. Then you go to the Insert Merge field and I choose student's grade. So that is it. So after replacing all the fields, we click on the Finish and Merge. Then we choose Edit Individual Documents. We need for all the individuals or for all the recipients. Then we press OK. So after that, you can be able to see that we have the data for all those particular people that we have created. So that is our merged letter. So we have the documents for all the recipients. Then you can close your file to save. So just click close, then you click save. Then we can be able to write merged letters. Then I click save. So that is how we do the mailings, and that is the end of our exercise.